Hello. How are y'all doing on this amazing evening? I'm so excited to be before you guys again. Finally, I know it's been a few days, maybe a week or so, but I am back live in full effect. So, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you've seen me live before, because if you haven't, I want to make sure that I give you a big shout out once I get off the live and take time to connect with you. So this live today, y'all, or this evening, is going to definitely be more of a Q&A, or not more of a, but just interactive. So feel free. You have the chat all down there at the bottom to ask questions. And what I want you to do is really open your mind. I always say that, but guys, if you want to get somewhere or get something you've never had before, you have to be willing to open your mind to actually receiving it and doing things that sometimes, you know, you've never done or even thought about. So again, let me know where you're tuning in from. Comments will appear here. I can't see like if anyone's tuning in. Let me know if you can hear me, because again, I can't see any of the comments. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but I just want to make sure that you all can hear me. So let me see if I can swipe to see if anything. Okay, so hopefully you all can hear me. If you can't, find a way, send me a message or something to let me know if you can. But let's dive right in. So first off, I want to give a huge congratulations to my team and some amazing leaders that are emerging and really taking off and running with this thing. So a few people that I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to. Y'all, if you see them on your timeline, if you know who they are, give them a big shout out, give them a big congratulations. One to Kev Renee, 2 to Cleon Mitchell, 3 to Harris Canada, and 4 to Audrey Adams. Those are my leaders that have ranked up within this week or last week, and I just want to give them a huge congratulations. Guys, within this amazing opportunity, we have had 371 rank ups to executive director and 97 rank ups to senior director. And y'all, that is just, that's record numbers. So if you're not familiar with what I do, inbox me so I can connect you and get you going and running with what we have that's changing so many lives. So if you're not familiar with me, I am Miss T Black. You see the title, Health and Wealth Wednesday. I am a health fanatic. I don't want to say freak, but I am a health fanatic, but also I really truly believe in wealth strategies and how people can actually obtain the things that they have not had before. And again, like I said before, guys, you have to be willing to open your mind to actually receiving this content, because these are things that we're not conditioned to think like. These are things that we weren't necessarily taught in school or just in life. But once you hear them and start to open your mind to actually receiving, like, what if? The whole topic tonight, I want you to start thinking, what if? What if? What if T is right? What if what she's saying actually makes sense? What if? Okay? So when you start really thinking and taking in what I say, do your own research. That's fine, by all means. But definitely think to yourself, what if she's right? Then guess what? That means what I'm telling you can change your life. So I'm going to start by telling y'all a little story. So I'm actually from Dallas, Texas. That's my home stomping ground. There's a little city out there called Highland Park. Highland Park, y'all, is for the elite. Like, Jerry Jones's son lives there. Like, the homes are $1 million, $10 million. Like, when stars come into Dallas, that's where they stay, in a specific mansion style hotel out there, okay? So a long time ago, I heard that Highland Park separated themselves from Dallas because they're two separate cities. Like, it's inside of Dallas, but it's not connected with Dallas, because they did not want to pay the property taxes and be taxed the way that people are taxed in Dallas. So I said, makes sense, because what do the wealthy do? They find loopholes. They find ways to avoid paying for different things that we normally would pay for. They find ways around everything to keep their money in their homes, right? So I did a little bit more research, because I'm the type of person, you can't just tell me something and then I fall for it and I believe it. No, I did my own due diligence. So when I started researching the background on this city, one thing that I noticed was the first thing that talked about them kind of just gave a rough draft of, oh, no, it's not anything about the amount of money that the people made. It was just saying they were actually trying to be connected with Dallas, and Dallas wrote them off and told them no, they were too far out of the city. Dallas wants to be a really big city. They're not connected enough. So they scratched them as being a part of Dallas. But then as I dove deeper into the content, I started to see a whole nother story emerge about how they wanted to be separated from Dallas because of the amount of money they made, and how they didn't want to be connected, to have to pay the taxes that Dallas DFW pays, and they wanted to branch off and be their own entity as a whole. So it leads me back to what I'm talking about tonight when I'm telling you to open your mind, because guys, look, the reason why, hey Don, thanks for tuning in. Hey Sean, thanks for tuning in. The reason why the wealthy stay how they are is because, again, they have the loopholes and they find the ways to keep the money in their household instead of just splurging or just doing whatever everybody else does. So guess what? Don't you think if you decided to actually do what the wealthy do, that maybe, just maybe, you could be the same way that they are money-wise? Really think about it. Think about it, guys. This thing is taking over Messenger is always taking over my screen. But think about it. Really, 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 really think about it, y'all. If you had the potential to get what someone else has, and I'm not saying get it, but I'm just saying, put it like this. My mentor makes 7-8 figures. Why would I not listen to him and follow what he says to do if he's already having success? That's the same thing that you should be doing in life, period. If somebody has what you have or you're striving to get, why do you have a problem following them or listening to them, especially knowing that they can guide you to being where you want to be? Come on, it just makes sense. But it comes from you opening your mind to actually receiving what people tell you. You don't have to necessarily be mentored by the wealthiest man alive to create wealth for yourself. Not at all. All you have to do is follow what they do. And guys, that's what I'm doing, because I'm a part of an amazing company that gives us wealth strategies that was created by a multi-millionaire that decided, hey, let's give these rules and these strategies to everybody else. So if their mind is open, keyword, to receiving what we have, then they too can obtain what we have. And it's just that simple. See, some people might be like, okay, I don't want to necessarily follow or listen to them because they can tell you anything. That's true. They can't tell you anything. But guess what? They know people think like that. They know you're sitting there right now thinking in your mind, man, people can tell me anything, so I'm not going to listen. So guess what? It doesn't even bother them that some of these strategies are coming out into play, because they know, guess what? Half the world won't believe it, half the country won't believe it, and the other half, okay, cool. We just lose that portion that actually obtains what we have, but that's fine. Because guess what? Our government actually wants you to have a business. Our government wants you to succeed, but they know too many of us are too blind and too programmed, is the word, to not do what they're doing and to keep believing that we can't have what they have. That's the whole point. It's a design. It's a setup. So if you continue to believe that you cannot achieve greatness, wealth, whatever they have, or whatever you're looking to accomplish or receive, sorry y'all, then you won't have it. Because listen, let me tell you something about the wealthy, the government, the education system, big business. Let me tell you something about that. There's no reason to hide anything. Guess what, guys? They hide things in plain sight. Things are in plain sight for you to view them, but they already know that we're too programmed and too accustomed in our way of thinking to even think outside of the box and thinking maybe this is true. Like, seriously. They already know, hey, we did a good job with structuring the educational system. We did an amazing job having you think that you have to go to school, to go to college, to get out and be in debt, and then work it off and work it off and work it off, but never really work it off, and then you're done. It's by design. They knew they did a great job with how they set up big business to sit up and take all of our money. They knew they did a good job by advertising. Guys, this is all... Listen, learn how to play the game. And that's any game you play. You have to learn the rules. And you have to learn how to play the game in order to win. Period. You pull out any board game, what's the first thing you do? Pick up the instructions and you start reading it. If you've never known how to play the game, how do you expect to play it and win? You can't. You have to know the rules. You have to. Guys, finances is something I admit even within myself, I didn't know a lot about. But it started to make sense to me as I got older and older and older that it was like, why are financial solutions something that we all need? Finance is something that's so important. We all have to deal with finances, but it seems like nobody really knows about them. We think we know because we invest in a little something over here and then lose money. We think we know because we get a paycheck, a nice amount on a paycheck. We're making $1,000 a week. Really? You don't want more? Why settle for $1,000 a week when you can have so much more? Not even just for yourself or your family, but what about other people that you can teach this to? What about other people? Because see, I hear so many people settling like, no, I'm cool. I make $1,000 a week. Cool. That's perfect. That's great for you. But what could extra in your pocket do for somebody else that needs help? Why do people always get so stuck in thinking about themselves like, oh no, we cool, we good? Obviously, you're not good, because if your mind was open and you were so good, then you would be up on this opportunity. Duh. Let me give you a little tip about the wealthy. They don't keep money in their pocket. They're constantly having their money rotating, investing in things. The right things. Let me say that. Not just any old thing because they see, oh, we're going to get up. The right things. Calculated moves. Maybe they don't play checkers. They're not sitting here jumping here, jumping there. They're not jumping from opportunity to opportunity. If they're in multiple opportunities, it's because one has grown big and another one's growing big and another one's growing big. It's not because they hopping because something failed or in their eyes it failed. It's because they're actually having their money rotating and they're making more and more of it. Stop opportunity hopping. That's my way of saying that. Because it's not going to get you where you want to be. Period. It's not. You can jump from here to there and still sit around and not have success if the real issue isn't the opportunity and it's really you. How can you expect to really truly take advantage of the residual incomes that these companies offer and these opportunities have for you if you can't stick around long enough to see it happen for yourself? Like, really think about it, y'all. Like, this is just not just wealth, but health for your mind. Because when your mind isn't intact, you're not healthy. Period. When your mind's not intact, you're not healthy. When your finances aren't in order, your relationships suffer. Something always suffers when you're not aligned properly. So I'm just here to give you a little dose of financial literacy and tell you that you can get ahead and tell you that there are solutions and ways to actually get where you want to be. Guys, let me tell you something, another little tip. If you are a solutionist and you're solution based, you're going to win every time. Give it here, sweetie. You're going to win every time. And I'm going to tell you why. Anybody that can solve someone's problem will always win because people always have problems. Any invention you have seen, why did it become a success? It became a success because somebody needed it and they saw that it was a solution to their problem. I'm talking about the cooking pot, a broom, a mop, a vacuum. You think those things just fell out the sky? Someone invented it because they were too tired to sit around and sweep carpet. So they designed a vacuum cleaner. Come on, like think about it. If you're going to be solution based, you're going to win every chance you get. So the goal, y'all, is to be solution based, and that's what I have with this opportunity that I'm a part of. We help people with their finances, and not only that, not only education wise, but success wise. Like, people are really winning and succeeding. That's why when I started this live, I made sure I shouted out my team and I shouted out how we're winning where we're at. I made sure that I let people know what you got in your mouth. Yuck. Chewing on paper. Come on now. I let people know that we're winning over here. Guys, I have not been in business multiple years. I'm not a person that's been in network marketing 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Not at all. Stop. Not at all. Not at all. I have been in this company for less than a year. And this is the most success that I have ever seen. I'm not an opportunity hopper. I haven't ever actually done this before. This is my first real company. And it's the first one that I'm actually making money in. Online, might I add. And it's because they're solution based. I'm learning things about my finances that I never knew before. I'm learning rules about the wealthy that I never knew before. But not only that, I have people that are doing my finances and working on my financial situation for me. It's not just me sitting out here saying, oh, let me just educate myself. It's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. I'm being educated while having success, meaning making money. And then on top of that, having my finances get put in order for my future, for my children, for a legacy, for other people, for other people to have success, for other people to win, for other people to actually get where they want to be. Go upstairs. Go upstairs and go. So I want the same for you. Go, oh my goodness. I want the same for you. That's the whole point. I want the same for you. Anybody watching this live hey, come on, stop. Anybody that's watching this live that has never had success before in any opportunity. Anybody watching this live that may have seen little successes but have never had their big one yet. Anybody watching this live that has seen maybe a little bit of money, but not a whole lot, and you're looking to really expand on that. Anybody watching this live that doesn't know about their finances, that needs an instant pay raise, that needs more money in their pocket. And to be honest, that's a whole lot of people, because this pandemic is not playing games with anybody. except the people that are sitting here solution-based that are actually winning. So I'm sure this is actually a lot of people that I'm speaking to right now. It's time to get connected. It's time to be set up to win. I'm sorry. Y'all, my kids. So if you don't know, I'm not gonna apologize for this. If you don't know, I'm a mother of 4. So in order for you to press to where you want to be, you got to eliminate your excuses. Because let me tell you one thing. You can't have your reason why also be your excuse. My children are part of my reason why I do what I do. Because I want to see them have more success. I want to see them have the things I didn't have. I want them to be educated the way that I was not educated. So my little reasons why are not my excuse. So I'm not going to allow them to be my excuse or reason why I'm not going to get on a live video, or reasons why I'm not going to go hard or not, work from home. Like, oh, they're noisy. Man, look. Yes, things aren't always perfect. But don't allow something so amazing to be your excuse as to why you can't do your business, as to why you can't have what you want to have. Because if you allow it to be your excuse, it will always be your excuse. Your children will be 30 years old and you'll still be blaming them for your reason why you don't have any money. It's because I took 10 years raising them back in the day and I gave them let me tell you something. Man, it ain't been no crystal stair. It has not been easy. But anything easy, they always say, I'm not trying to be cliche, isn't worth having. Man, please. Even if it's easy, it's worth it. But the point is, it means so much more to you when it's not easy. When you go through your journey and you accept your journey and you overcome so much. Because that right there, y'all, that's growth. So if you're willing to keep your mind open to receiving the wealth strategies, if you're willing to keep your mind open to not allowing everything around you, outside influences, bad relationships, bad health, if you're willing to get rid of those excuses, guys, you can overcome anything and you can have true wealth. Because let me tell you one last thing about the wealthy. They don't ever sit around and talk about what they can't afford or how they can't do something. Guess what they always say? How can I make this happen? How can I move some money around to get this, that, and the third, and then still invest on top of that? It's always in their mind, how can I make this happen? So it's time for you to get it in your mind that you're not going to allow the educational system to be your excuse, your children to be your excuse. Man, Messenger. Your lack of funds to be your excuse. Oh, I'm tired of hearing that. I don't have the money. You don't have the money because you don't even believe you're ever going to have the money. You don't have the money because you don't think how you can think outside the box and move some things around to have the money. Stop thinking about what you don't have and think about what you're going to do to get there to have it. Listen, if you don't have money, how long has that been a problem for you? Think about it. Drop it in the comments. How long has your lack of money been a problem for you? Are you 40 years old still hollering you don't have any money? Are you 60 years old still hollering you don't have any money? Then at the end of the day, this might sound cruel and harsh, but it's your fault. Because no one can stop you from you obtaining what you want to have but you. It's not your mama's fault. It's not your daddy's fault. It's not Uncle Nim's fault. It's not granddaddy's fault. It's not the kid's fault. It's not your cousin's fault. It's yours. Because I guarantee you, when you have success, are you still gonna be blaming them for why you have success? No, you're not gonna have anybody to blame, right? You're just gonna be shouting out to the heavens that you're hype and you're happy. So why is it that when we don't have We can sit up and blame everybody else for why we don't have something. But then when we have it, it's all good, right? We all hype. It was all me. It was all me. So guess what? You not having what you want to have is still all you. No one else. It's still all you. All you, baby. So look, let me give y'all a few solutions to your financial problem, and then I'm going to let you go. A few solutions. So this is literally for anybody. I don't care, business owners, if you're new to the industry, if you're new to owning a business, if you're a pastor, if you're in real estate, if you do hair, if you do nails, if you babysit, it doesn't matter. This right here will help you, because everybody who is somebody, and I don't mean that in a negative like term, but anybody who has ever had any form of success has an entire team backing them and helping them each step of the journey. You just have to. Because guess what? You can't do it all by yourself. You can't do everything by yourself. It's just impossible. You'll overexert yourself. You can do a whole lot. But another tip and another rule of the wealthy, y'all, is that they know the game so well that they know they can put out the big dollars to actually put funds to get in that team of people that they need. And guess what, y'all? It's a write-off. That's the whole thing. It's a write-off. And they know it. They know it. Hey, Christy, thanks for tuning in. They know it's a write-off. So why are we sitting here playing around with our money and playing around with what we don't have and acting like it's everybody else's fault, when all you have to do is invest in yourself to get what you need? Guys, the experts are here. I'm not even just talking about this opportunity. Whatever expertise you have, especially if you have a business, you need your team helping you and backing you. Guys, it's a freaking write-off. So guess what the wealthy do? They get the most expensive. They pay the highest of the highest. Why? Because they have an expert handling a problem for them, being solution-based. Guess what? And guess what? They step in and boom, they handle that portion for them. But again, it's a write-off. It's a write-off. They get their money right back. Everything, like the leverage, guys, comes from having a business. The most leverage comes from having a home-based business. Period. That's leverage on a whole nother level. That's leverage on a whole nother level.
Mama.
But it starts with you taking the step. I see, baby. Very nice.
That you, that me.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. It's such a nice drawing. Show the people. Beautiful, baby. Thank you. But this is serious talk. This is real talk. This isn't coloring time. Thank you, though. Oh, she's so sweet. But to be honest with y'all, to get back to it, stop allowing yourself to get played by everybody and their mama. Stop falling victim to our government, to our educational system. Stop, y'all. Come on. Thank you. Stop falling victim to the way you've been programmed to think. You have to stop doing that. You have to stop doing that. And I know it takes time, and I know it takes a lot of deprogramming. But the way to get what you want, and the way to fulfill your dreams and bring forth what's deeply rooted inside of you, is just taking the steps that you need to take to, one, educate, self-educate, and also have that business leverage that you need to actually keep that money in your pocket to build real, true wealth. You can't save your way to wealth. Some people say that, but man, not true wealth. Not past 7 figures. You have to know the rules and how to play the game, or you will constantly continue to be played. That's just the truth. That's just the fact of the matter. So, like I said I was going to throw y'all a couple of tips on what they actually do. So, one is getting your cash flow right. Okay? So, a lot of people don't necessarily have an income problem. They have a cash flow problem because the money that's coming in is flowing right out the door. Flowing right out the door. So, what they starting point? So, it doesn't matter. Guess what? If you could be broke today, I'll put it like this. You could be broke today. Everyone starts somewhere. I don't care, even for the people that are born into wealth, right? There are people that are born into wealth. They have it a little bit easier. If you don't have it that way, you can still obtain it. You can definitely still obtain it. You can, okay, the starting point. Okay. And it starts with that cash flow management. It starts with you coming out of that employee mindset and getting your cash flow right. It starts with you getting an instant pay raise. It starts with you not overpaying in your taxes. Because whether you believe it or not, or see it or not, your biggest expense are the taxes that you pay. Just like the story that I said in the very beginning with Highland Park. They wanted to separate because they didn't want to have to pay the same taxes that the city of Dallas was paying, especially property tax. So they made themselves an entire own little segregated portion still inside of Dallas, but their own little city where they could control their whole community and pay what they wanted to pay in taxes. That's what elite can do. That's what money can get you. That's what people do when they have it. But guys, they lead you to believe that it's not obtainable for you, and it is. You just have to first change your mindset. 2, get your cash flow right. 3, stop overpaying in your freaking taxes. And then the last thing, other than having a business income, is actually getting into that quadrant, that category where you have investment income. So your money can actually start to build wealth for you. And your money can make money for you. Hey, calm down. Okay. And your money can make money for you. That's true residual income, y'all. That's true wealth building right there. That's where everyone should be striving to actually be, is in that category where your money makes money for you while you're sleeping. Where you're not having to work your fingers to the bone. Okay, so when I said this is for everybody, like the beautician, the people that do nails, the people that do massages will say that. Nice, very nice. When I say that, I'm saying that because I don't want you to continuously work to fund your current lifestyle. I want you to start working to fund your future lifestyle, not just your current. Because even when you had own your own business and having to leave and do hair all the time, it comes a point where your fingers are going to be tired. And you might not be able to do hair anymore. You might not be able to give massages anymore. We all grow old. So why not have that investment status working for you? Have experts working on your behalf to get you there as well. See how you come on? So that's what I'm saying about having a home-based business. Having a home-based business versus just having a business. Okay? So if you have any questions, y'all, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. This guy's something else. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. If you have any questions, inbox me. Let's connect on another level. Let's really connect, because these solutions that I have and the financial knowledge that I now have, man, I didn't get it overnight. And I didn't just wake up one day and start reading a book and start having success. I literally had a whole team of experts backing me and helping me every step of the way to gain the knowledge that I have right now. I'm literally leveraging the same things and the same strategies that the wealthy are using to have success. So guess what? Guess what that means? You can have it too. So again, y'all, I love y'all. Mwah, mwah. I'll catch y'all on the next live. It'll probably be Friday night. So feel free to tune in. I'll be coming live on Mondays as well. I came on a little bit later today than I wanted to, but this is my Health and Wealth Wednesday, and today we're doing a little bit of wealth talk. Maybe next time we'll do a little bit of health, but it's always going to be a little wealth talk in there as well. So y'all take care. Have a fantastic evening, night, wherever you are in the nation, and have a blessed one, y'all. Oh, can I join? I see the ad button. Christine, really? I'm just now seeing this message. No, it's not, Christine, it's not working out. It has Sean up there. But again, y'all, maybe next time, Christine, we'll work on that. But I guess Facebook started adding where people can come back on your lives and stuff again. They took it away. But I love y'all again, y'all. And y'all have a great one. Y'all have a great one. Feel free to inbox me so we can connect. And I can give you these solutions that I have that are changing lives. So y'all have a blessed one. Turn this. This will help me. I can't end the live, so I guess we're gonna just keep talking. No, I'm joking. Let me try.